with another session of Legends of Loria, also known as the Grand Games of Loria, because I am indecisive and can't decide on a name. When last we left off, our heroes had been summoned into the world, they were given a task, a tattoo, and unleashed upon the world. They met their charioteer Elwood, they had an encounter with the Thieves Guild, they were given an address, and they took a detour to a library. The escape from which we will now continue.
Oh, damn.
So, when we left off, both of you were in the chariot, wondering where you were going to go.
Are we still going to the address?
I think we should head there.
Wait, are we still being chased?
You're not aware if you're being chased or not.
Let's.
You want to check for being chased?
Okay.
You want to ask Elwood?
Yeah, let's ask Elwood.
Okay, so you slide the panel and Elwood tells
Hey.
you. Sorry, carry on.
Hey, Elwood, are we being chased currently?
What?
Elwood looks behind him for a moment, glancing over his shoulder, checks around for a moment, and he says, "No, sir. We seem to be alone."
Sick. Let's go to the address.
Elwood, having already memorized the address from when you had shown it earlier, Elwood brings you on your way. It's a fairly long ride. It's 25 minutes downhill. You can see that you're headed towards the very edge of Lowtown. And all the while, Elwood is constantly having his head on the swivel, looking out for anybody pursuing you.
A tornado.
But it seems like you find nothing.
Wait.
So,
Wait.
whose voice is that in the background?
That's my brother. I'm sorry.
By chance, can you put on push to talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I apologize.
That's okay. Anyhow, so after about 25 minutes, you arrive on a dusty street that just has a bunch of warehouses. Some of them run down, some seem to be in much more use than others. There's a couple of people around, not many. Elwood stops the chariot, and you hear a knock on the panel.
I'm gonna wait 5 seconds, so it seems like I wasn't waiting for him to knock. But, like, I'm casually cool and opening it at the right time. And then I'm gonna be like, hey.
The address is just down the street. I've brought you a little further away.
Okay. Thanks. We appreciate it.
No problem, sir.
I closed the panel and I looked at Torstein.
What is it?
We're down the block from it. Are you ready?
Oh, after jumping out a window, I don't think I can be any more ready than I am now.
That's fair. I'm gonna use the Mask of Many Faces invocation and change my appearance to that of a random person that's an amalgamation of other people I've seen.
Sure.
It's Torsten mixed with Midas mixed with the old lady.
Sure. You have successfully disguised yourself.
I'm just gonna walk in like I am.
Nice.
Stepping
follow him.
Stepping out onto the street, there's very few people around, and everybody that you see seems to be busy with something or other. Some are together and having a conversation, others are carrying packages or crates and moving between warehouses. The address, you realize, looking at the numbers on the warehouses, is slightly further down the street, and it seems to be a different type of building.
Interesting. It seems to be a different type of building.
You would recognize it. I was pausing for dramatic effect, but thank you. You would recognize it as what appears to be a church.
Ah.
That kind of looks like a church.
What kind of church? Do I know the god?
You can certainly roll for that.
Can I roll for it?
You sure can. Knowledge, religion.
That's a 18 flat.
Okay. Torsten?
Is knowledge the same as history?
It's would be your intelligence. So, if you're not trained in it, then just use your intelligence mod.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So
I'm gonna go with no because it was a 3.
Okay.
6.
So, Gremory, you have some familiarity with religious buildings, and you don't see any markings. As a matter of fact, where you would expect to see markings, it seems as though all of them have been removed.
Huh. Weird.
As you're watching the church, you notice 2 hooded figures step in, open the door, and then quickly close the door behind them.
Huh. That's also peculiar. Are they inside now?
Yes, they went from the outside off the street, opened the door, stepped inside.
Okay. Torsten. 2 hooded figures just entered the church.
Well, they could be one or two things. They can be part of the Thieves Guild, or they can be very sus.
Question. Do you think everybody with hoods are part of the Thieves Guild?
Well, everyone we've met so far with hoods has been part of the Thieves Guild.
I mean, he's not wrong. I can't fault that logic.
You're correct. Perhaps we should just have the charm at the ready.
I'll put on my best smile.
I'm gonna use Mask of Faces to be a cloaked figure.
Okay. Are you attempting to imitate like the same kind of cloak, or
Yes.
just okay?
I might make mine look a little more weathered.
Okay.
Hey, where can I get one of those cloaks?
Let's see. Do I have anything that could do that for you? Let's see.
I would assume that you have a set of traveler's clothes on you, which would have a traveler's cloak.
Can it be like I'll have it, but it's like a tattered cape that like is broken on one side, but still hangs from like my one shoulder?
Sure.
Okay, I'll just kind of wrap that around like my head and over my face.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're about 40 feet away from this building.
Ah.
Do what you will.
Okay. Are there any windows like on the floor on the same level as us?
On the ground floor? Yep. There are 3 stained glass windows on the side of the building that's closest to you.
Okay. I want to sneak up to one of them and see, like, look inside.
Okay. So you're attempting to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to need a stealth check.
Okay. I rolled 18 again.
Okay.
That's 22 total.
It wasn't a difficult task, but you certainly didn't give yourself away as you walked off the street and to the side of this building. You're now up against the side, and you're fairly confident that either nobody saw you or nobody cares.
Fair.
I'm just gonna kind of like whistle in the street as he's doing this.
Just be inconspicuous.
Yeah, like just casual.
Okay.
Roll for casually.
No.
I will roll for it.
Okay, performance. Go.
$14.
It's that's some whistling you got there. Like that's a practiced action. You done that before. All right, Gage. What would you like to do now that you're up against the side of the church?
Okay. I would like to roll a perception to perceive who is inside.
Okay. So you kind of have to pull yourself up in order to get a good look in. But pulling yourself up, you...
Jesus, why am I getting 18 4 times in a row? Yeah, 18 flat.
You don't see anybody. You see through the tinted color of the glass. You see a couple of pews, an altar, and an open door leading to the back of the church.
Ah, okay.
You do not see anybody inside.
Can I move to where the back of the church would be from the outside?
The 3 windows are only they're only going to show you the main room.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go back to Torstein. So, there are 3 windows. I can only see the main room. There's a door leading to the back room, and it's left open.
Do you want to just try your luck and go through the front door?
I'm thinking, but it's also possible it could be a trap. I don't know if we were seen coming towards it, but I think we should tread lightly.
Well, you know the reason there's traps, right? It's so that they can be sprung. So I think we should walk in that front door.
I mean, you're completely correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're going to go through the front door?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stealthily.
Chuck me a stealth check. Both of you.
21 total.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
You cross this gap from the street to the front door like ghosts. It's a shame.
Sick.
It's a shame that like nobody was like not looking anyway. So
Oh.
you're
sneaking
at the front door. You're there, and you are damn sure that either nobody saw you or nobody cares.
I was hoping we'd
Where's Nat 20?
I was hoping we were gonna roll to go in with the stealth.
Oh,
That's what I was
if you'd like to carry that over, I'm totally okay with that.
I would
we'd
like
like
that,
Yeah.
please.
You open the door. The door makes no noise, which is interesting. You would expect something as old as this to make some noise, but you slip inside the dark and dusty church.
I want to investigate the hinges.
Chucker.
That is a 16 total.
You can tell that they have been silenced through some method of magic.
Okay. Can I tell if it's like a trigger thing? Like, is it alerting them?
No, it seems to simply quiet the hinges.
Oh, magical oil. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna turn to Torstein. They put magical oil on the hinges.
I just thought, like, every establishment had silent doors. That's where I'm from, anyways. Is that, I just remember
No.
there always being no noise and doors open.
What a wonderfully
Listen.
particular detail to like conjure up from your past. The doors were
That's
quiet.
the only thing I
Remember, the doors
No
were
doors
so
were
quiet. Okay, so you're inside the main room. There's a small little entranceway, and it very quickly opens up into the main room that you gazed upon earlier from the window. The the door behind the altar is still ajar, and there is still light coming from it.
Okay.
That was a lie, by the way. That was just to make my character look cooler in front of Gage.
Yeah. It looked so much cooler because quiet doors.
Intelligence.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Do we hear anything?
You can certainly take a listen if you'd like to.
Is listen skill perception?
Yes.
Sick.
I'd like to also do a perception
Cocked.
check.
Sure. Go for it.
It's cocked. Stop getting cocked.
13.
19 flat.
You're able to hear like a whooshing of air. Both of you. Both of you hear like a whooshing of air.
Whoosh.
And Gage, you think you hear like whispers, like conversation, but it seems like it's a really long way off.
Okay. So, I'm able to hear someone. It sounds rather far away. So I think if we're careful, we may be able to get closer and have a better listen.
I don't see any flaws in your logic. Let's go do that.
Fair. Would you like us to roll another stealth check?
If you're attempting to cross stealthily, yes, please.
Yes. Always. That's a 21.
I got a 3.
Ooh.
So you've got some pretty heavy footfalls as you cross the room. Torsten just kind of walks while Gremory is like carefully laying down each foot as he crosses this like 30-foot room. Torsten just thump 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 thump. Nothing happens. Nothing.
Parkouring over benches.
Parkour and breaks a couple. But yeah, you make it across the room and nothing happens.
Sick. Okay, I'm gonna take
I
another
don't.
listen.
I don't think we need to sneak around like that anymore. I think we can just keep going into here. Nothing seems to be happening.
Okay. I'm gonna take another listen now that we're closer.
Yep. Now that you're right up next to the door, go for it.
Okay. Cocked. That's a 12.
Just that weird whooshing sound. And it sounds like it's almost rhythmic.
I'll take a listen too.
Yep, go for it.
20.
Oh.
Natural?
Not, but just 20.
Not natural?
Not natural, no.
Yep. Yeah, you hear that whooshing too, and you realize that there's another sound right behind it. It's like air is exiting something and then entering something. Not like breathing, but not breathing.
I
And
think this might be a
and
secret
it's a
package.
lot.
I think this might be a secret passage. I think we should head in here.
Okay. Let's do it. And we do it not stealthily.
You're just gonna burst through the door?
Yeah, see if it's unlocked first.
The door's
Yes.
ajar. The door's ajar.
Okay, open it slowly.
Are there pickles?
You open the door and you find what should normally be the like confession room that you would think of in a modern church, but it's just a back room. This one is lit by candles that seem to have been burning for a very long time. There's a large buildup of wax. And in the center of the room, there is a very obvious trap door.
Huh. That's very obvious.
Well, sorry, my stuff just fell over. So that looks like a trap door. I think you should go spring it.
But it's open already.
I did not see that.
Yeah, the trap door is lying face up, open, and it's just in the middle of the room. There's been no really good attempt to hide this.
Okay.
I think you should
So-
go first.
I got an idea. Do you have any traps, like cow chops? Anything we can make traps out of?
I have a hammer and chainmail. And this
Oh.
weird necklace that I don't know where I found.
Okay. I was gonna say let's make a trap in case they escape behind us. But all I have is 50 feet of rope and 10 days of rations. So I think we should just go in.
You first.
You first.
Okay. I go first. Stealthily.
Oh my god. Okay, chuck it.
I will go second, stealthily.
Chuck it.
That is, let's see, that's 21.
16.
Very quietly, you approach the lip of the trapdoor. There's a ladder descending down. Gremory, you carefully and quietly mount it and begin climbing down. You descend about 10 feet before your feet touch cold stone. You're in a passageway lit by torchlight on your one side, and you see that the passage descends down while curving.
Oh, I see what's going on. They were like ahead of us, and since we wasted a bit of time, they're like further ahead now. That makes sense.
You're like a god with wisdom, dude.
Thanks.
Listening to your character's banter is something. Let me tell you. All right.
I literally have fucking like tactical stealth music on.
Dun dun dee dee dun 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 dee dee. Anyhow, so
Slightly.
you are still moving silently in this lit, curved downward passage.
Okay.
You can proceed. You can proceed if you'd like.
I say we proceed as what is it? Quietly as possible.
Jesus Christ.
I concur.
You're able to continue walking down the passage, and the passage continues to descend downward while curving to the left. Down and down and down.
Sick. So we're going down a spiral.
After about a minute, you start to hear some noise coming from further below.
Cool.
I'm gonna grab Grimmery and be like, shh, did you hear that? And then I'm gonna listen in.
I'll listen in too.
Yep.
Because he was like, shh, listen.
Shh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. Listen. Okay, so perceptions from both of you, please.
19.
16.
It's definitely voices. But the conversations that you're hearing, you can't quite make out the words yet, but you can tell that there's some people that are just speaking openly. There's some whispers. There seems to be a fair number of voices.
Oh.
Okay, we should move in very slowly until we can clearly hear what they are, but they can't see us.
That is fair.
You first.
Sick. I proceed stealthily.
Okay,
Do you want me to make a new
I'm
roll?
gonna make you roll a new one for this because we're.
I will also move stealthily, grabbing onto his back.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Me?
Oh.
Torsten?
Chainmail.
Okay. I don't believe chainmail's big enough for the stealth disadvantage, right? That's just plate. If I...
I do have a disadvantage.
Oh, you do? So please check me a stealth with disadvantage.
That's a nat 20.
And,
24 total.
and Torsten?
Torsten?
I am very upset because I got a nat 20 and a 3. So I'm going to go with a 4 on that.
Sick.
Gremory, you round the corner like a ghost. You make no noise. It's as though your feet don't even touch the ground. You're able to get all the way around the next 2 or 3 loops, and you see that it opens up into a large cavern where there's pillars reaching up to the ceiling of a room that's about 20 feet tall. And there's some people in robes milling about, the same kind of robes that you saw earlier. Thanks. And you're peeking out and looking. And you're just trying to gather everything. When suddenly, out of nowhere, thump, 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 thump.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Torsten's chainmail scrapes. He's walking down the passage as his chainmail is scraping against one side, making a horrendous scratching noise. And
Can I react to that and turn off the torches with thaumaturgy?
just give me a moment.
Yeah, sure.
Holy shit. For a moment, Gage, you notice that the conversation stops and then just proceeds on again.
Oh.
Like nothing happened.
Oh,
So
cool.
so we can see them now?
Yeah, you can see a couple of people. You're hidden in the shadow of the entrance cavern.
Okay, so we can see they're wearing the same type of cloak Gage is wearing?
Yes.
Or Grimmery is wearing?
Yeah.
Hey, Grimmery. Those guys are wearing the cloaks that you saw sooner.
God, Jesus
You mean
Christ.
earlier?
You're really just gonna roast me like that, huh?
Roast the DM, yeah.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Take it.
I deserve that. But yeah, you can count about maybe 10 people, but you're not quite sure. You can't see all the way to the back of the room and behind the pillars.
Torsten, do you remember the names of the people we had to make never known or remember or think of again?
He just, I think he just said that they were his friends he never wanted to think of again.
He
I really
did,
think he
You
gave a
knew
name.
this whole room of people.
Dacker did give you a name, and I'm actually gonna make you roll to see if you remember it.
Shit.
That's an intelligence roll, right? Or history.
Yeah, sure. Just chuck me. No, straight up, just chuck me a d20.
Okay.
Oh no. I'm scared this is gonna be my first nat one. Okay, like a 7 is not
11.
as bad as a nat 1.
You can't quite remember the exact name. It started with an E though.
Oh,
Did he write it down on this piece of paper he gave us?
You can certainly check.
Let's
I'm gonna check the paper.
On the
So
paper.
what do I roll?
No, you're just reading a piece of paper.
Okay.
The name Emil, along with an address, is written.
Oh, okay. Emil. Okay.
I'm glad I kept this and didn't use it as a napkin.
Emil. Okay.
You know what I can really go for right now, though, is a meal. I'm starving.
Damn.
While you're having this conversation in the shadows, you notice that the people begin walking towards the end of the room. Can I get one of you, just one of you, to make me a perception check?
Okay, it shall be me. That's a 17.
Okay. They're all gathering around a stone slab, and you realize that there's one person in the room who isn't dressed like everybody else. It's a boy. His hands are tied, and there's a rope connecting him to a spike in the ground.
I don't like this.
Are we about to watch? Sorry. Are we about to watch a sacrifice?
I am not letting that happen.
Yeah, I kind of can't let that happen either.
From out of the shadows on the far end of the room, another cloaked figure appears. This one wearing robes much finer than everybody else. The figure strides over to the stone slab and begins speaking in some unknown language.
I whisper to Gremory, "Hey, that guy has a lot better a robe on than the ones you saw sooner."
Is this just the meme now? This is just the meme now.
Sooner?
This is just the meme
Oh,
now.
man.
I'm making it
Sure.
part of the game, yes.
Okay. So, is it super obvious that this is a sacrifice?
You have a child or a young boy, tied to a rope, which is tied to a spike, and there's an altar, and there's a bunch of what look like cultists. You can draw whatever conclusion you would like to draw from that information.
I think they're sacrificing a virgin.
Okay. I'm gonna join the crowd and leave Torsten in the wind.
Are you gonna tell him about that first? You're just gonna do it.
I'm just doing it.
Okay. Torsten, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go and try to talk to. Oh my god, I'm losing my voice. Try to talk to the guy with the fancy robe.
You're gonna go.
You're just gonna walk up to him? Okay.
You're gonna go to the clan leader.
Well, yeah. Who else is better to talk to?
So, Gage, you cross the room and are able to blend in with everybody else. Shortly behind you, Torsten begins to stride into the room and is...
Sorry. So you know how like Thor, and you know in Thor Ragnarok when Thor is hiding and he's like, I can just hide like this, and he just puts a thing over his face. That's what I'm doing up to him.
You are immediately noticed. The man, who you now realize is a man, stops speaking and looks at you. All the other hooded figures turn to look at you as well.
As do I.
As does Gremory. You now have the attention of about 10 people plus the finely robed person.
I'm just gonna let out a little. What?
Hi, I'm looking for someone. I pull out the note. Um, Emil? Do you know an Emil?
A murmur goes through the crowd before the finely robed figure speaks. Why have you? What, he stumbles over his own words. He's not able to form a sentence. He's that confused. How have you come here?
Emil told me to meet them here. I'm trying to ask them out, but I can't remember what they look like. They were wearing some weird robes, so I just saw a bunch of robes coming here. So I was like, "Oh, you guys might know where they are." So
Can you roll me?
Here I am.
Can you roll me a bluff?
A deception.
Yes.
I'm just
Sorry, that's the name of the skill now, isn't it?
I'm gonna turn to one of the robe guys and being like, ask
19.
The finely robed figure collects himself. You do not belong here. Leave immediately.
Oh, but I really like this person, so I'd really like a chance to go out with them.
The figure gestures to a few of the members of the crowd. Remove him. Hold on. Grammar, you are one of the figures gestured at.
Sick. Okay. Okay, this is something.
I'm just gonna be like, Emil, please show yourself.
I'm just gonna approach.
The finely robed figure says, "Stop saying my name!"
So I'm laughing at it. I'm not in the, just laughing. Oh, then you, sir, are the man I seek. I heard your beauty knows no bounds, and I wish to pledge my allegiance to you.
Two of the group that were going to grab you stop. Grabber, you're the third. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna look at Emil and I'm gonna be like, did you invite him here?
I haven't invited anyone. This ritual is to be completed in secrecy. You all know that.
What ritual is this, by the way?
None of your business. Remove him.
I'm just gonna stop the other two and like say, guys, did Emil just like blow everything for us here? Like nobody else knew about this, and all of a sudden, like somebody comes in running, yelling his name, looking for him.
He told me to come here. I don't know, like, why he's not saying this. We're in love, and he won't admit it.
Both of you, deception, or actually persuasion at this point.
For me or
both of you.
Not 20 plus 4.
Oh, that's a good roll. Oh, that's pretty darn good, I'd have to say. I also got a nat 20 plus 3, so 23. What do we do here?
Am I about to date this dude?
A few of the crowd, they just look so frustrated. They flip their hoods down. God damn it, Emil. This is the third time. You've ruined this for all of us. I'm leaving. And a crowd, about half of the crowd just leaves. They walk out.
Huh. That's gonna an internal monologue. That's gonna make it easier to blend in.
Internal monologue. Am I about to date this fucking guy?
Am I falling in love?
Emil is becoming visibly very frustrated. Enough of this. On with the sacrifice. And he reaches for the rope that is connected to the rope holding the boys' hands together.
Oh, Emil, I really thought you were a thing of beauty, and then you said that, and I'm gonna pick up my warhammer and strike at his head.
Oh, you're just gonna swang on him?
Oh, well, yeah, he's about to kill somebody, and I can't let that happen.
Okay, so yeah, I will give you one attack before combat. So surprise round, technically.
Oh yeah, am I rolling for a hit?
Yeah, you can swing. I'm just gonna quickly generate initiative. Yeah, you roll your attack.
I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Like the how much the damage is gonna do, or
No, no,
the, for the attack?
you got to hit
Roll to
first.
hit.
You got to hit first.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I thought, but I was just having a dumbass moment.
No, God. This isn't good.
Nat 20. I will take screenshots if you need them.
Nope. I believe you. Yeah. So roll damage and just double the whole result.
24
Total.
total.
Okay.
Is he just dead? Did we just kill the guy we needed to kill?
Your hammer catches him as he's reaching for the rope. So his back is slightly turned to you. Your hammer catches him square on the center of the back, and you just plow him into the ground. We're gonna start combat now, and Emil is going to start combat prone.
Sick.
So,
Awesome.
another of the acolytes runs away, leaving 4 acolytes and Emil in the room with you.
Sick. Are we
so-
starting initiative?
Yes, please roll initiative for me.
Ooh, that's an 8. That's a 19 total.
I got an 8.
Okay, so typing as fast as I can. Sorry, can I get those numbers one more time?
19 total for me.
8 total for me.
Okay.
I feel like with his reaction, we almost killed him.
Yep. So the 2 of the acolytes are gonna come to their wits really, really quickly. They seem more devoted to the cause, and they are going to cast a spell. They're going to run. Yeah, they're going to both point their hands. One of them is going to point their hand towards the fallen Emil and cast a spell.
It's gonna be a healing spell.
100%.
An eerie light covers him, and that's the only visual effect that you're able to see. The second one just runs and dives on top of him, ending up prone themselves, but slapping their hand on him. And they will cast a spell, again producing a ray of light. And this time, you see Emil kind of get some of the wind back in him. Okay. Gremory, it is your turn.
Okay. Now,
Nobody... you will get advantage on whatever you choose to attack first, because nobody's aware of that you're a combatant here.
okay. I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy to laugh at 3 times my normal volume. And I'm gonna use Minor Illusion with that to start spewing purple flames off me. And then I'm gonna slowly turn back into my normal form. And I'm casting Necrotic Shroud.
Okay,
As-
so I'm actually going to need you to chuck a d20 for the cantrip.
Sick. Yeah, that's fair. Oh shit. Fuck, get back here. My die ran away, I'm sorry. 17.
Yep. You feel your voice become strong, and purple flames begin to dance across your form.
Nice. So I cast Necrotic Shroud.
Okay, I'm going to need a d20 for that as well.
Sick. That's a 15.
So what were you attempting to do with it?
Oh, Necrotic Shroud, basically, it activates and two flightless skeletal wings pop out of my back. And then my eyes turn into dark black pools. And then until the end of my next turn... Wait, no. All enemy characters become, within 10 feet of me, become frightened of me.
Okay. So as you cast the spell, you feel the magic begin to do its work. You feel your back become heavier as these skeletal wings begin to grow out of it, before suddenly they stop, and they wither, and the bones just fall off your back. The spell has failed.
Question.
Yes.
Does that take up my daily use for it?
It did not successfully cast, so you can attempt to cast it again, but
Okay.
not for free. That does not consume your daily use, but it does consume the activation of it for this turn.
Okay. Okay. I think that'll be all I can do then.
Okay.
Because I did like 2 cantrips and then a normal spell. Yeah, that would be a lot.
Okay, so now the two other acolytes are going to look at Torsten. One of them is going to reach into their robes and produce just a stick. And they're going to swing it at you.
At me?
At Torsten. Does a 14 hit your AC?
No, my AC 16.
Sick.
The stick slams into your stomach, and you feel nothing.
All that food protected you.
The second one,
I have a reaction. It's opportunity attack. Can I use that?
if the conditions for using it are met, absolutely.
What is that? What is opportunity attack?
1 second. I'll have to look it up. 1 second.
Here, I'm also looking it up. The opportunity attack is an opportunity attack available to all player characters and is most common trigger.
Oh, an attack of opportunity? Is that what you mean? Because the conditions for that haven't been triggered.
Here, 1 sec. I'm looking at the
Hold on. The opportunity attack is an opportunity action available to all player characters.
Yeah,
Oh.
he hasn't stepped out of your combat. He stepped into combat with you. You can't swing at him.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like
No.
he attacked me, so I can get back
No.
at him.
However,
No,
if
that would-
anything
that would be
attempts to leave combat with you, you can swing at it.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then the second acolyte tries the exact same thing. This time the blow is aimed at your head, but it's very poorly aimed. It falls quite short. The two acolytes that find themselves in front of you, Torsten, are they're rather young and they're very shaky in their boots. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna look down at the one who hit me in the stomach, and I'm just gonna laugh at him, and I'm going to hit him with my warhammer in the face.
Oh.
Okay, so I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
No.
$19.
You have passed the wisdom saving throw. You may continue with your attack.
Heh.
I really hate myself. I got a nat 1.
Heh.
Uh,
I skillfully success the will save.
so
Oops.
not
Forgot my
not
weapon.
only do you miss, you overcompensate and end up throwing the hammer to the floor next to Emil.
Oh. That's not great. That's not kosher.
Well, now I just look foolish.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? You do have extra attack.
I will take my extra attack. Do I, instead of the attack, can I take another action instead?
Extra attack only allows for the use of another attack action.
Oh, it says attacks per action is 2. So I don't. That only. I only
Yeah,
get one action
that's
per
that's
turn, right?
that's how it works out. But you've used your first action, like your primary action for the turn to initiate an attack, and then extra attack just lets you do it again. So if you've got
I can't
bonus
reach
actions,
to grab my hammer, right?
Nope, picking it up would cost you an action.
Okay, I'm just going to punch the acolyte in the gut.
The acolyte,
Yeah, the one in front of me, who I missed.
not the one on the ground. Oh, okay. So you're going for a meal again.
Oh, I thought there was an acolyte in front of me who stabbed me with the thing.
Yeah,
the one that
there's one. There are 2 acolytes on your side, and then there's a meal who's on the ground.
I'm going to curb stomp a meal.
Okay, please make a wisdom saving throw.
6.
Please select another target. As you bring your foot down, your foot kind of arcs and curves around a meal. Please, you can select.
I'm going to roundhouse kick one of the acolytes.
Sure thing. Roll to hit.
I really thought you were gonna say roll another wisdom saving throw,
No.
and he was just gonna whirl around for a while.
No.
6.
Total. That's 6 total.
Correct.
That will not hit.
Man.
That was a turn.
Yeah.
So Emil, it is Emil's turn, and he's going to use his whole turn to stand up.
So he must be really damaged then if he took a whole turn to stand up. I think he should go in for the kill.
And he's going to stare daggers at you. He doesn't say anything, though.
Well, if you're just going to look at me like that, you might as well undress me and take me to dinner, too.
The 2 acolytes who were casting spells earlier are going to attack. Having seen the flaming man in their midst, they're going to cast... they're going to throw black fire at you.
And me.
Yeah. So I would like you, Gage, to make me a dexterity save.
No. That is a 19 total.
Okay. You deftly step out of the way of the first incoming fireball. And the second one produces a fireball, but he's unable to throw it. And it simply sticks in his hand for a moment before fizzling away.
I was kind of hoping he would just burn himself alive, but that's just me.
Man, these acolytes are dumb.
They're not great at their job. Gramarye, it is your turn.
Sick. I'm gonna try to produce my, what is it? My necrotic shroud again.
Okay, check me a d20.
Rolling it. That is an 18.
You successfully produce your bone wings and the visceral shroud around you.
Okay, now they have to make a charisma saving throw
Just
or
the...
become frightened.
Okay, now is that...
Every bad guy's, all the enemies within 10 feet of me.
Okay, what's the DC on this check?
It would be 14.
Three of the acolytes fail. The 2 nearest to you, Gage, the 2 who were casting spells, the one who swung at Torsten's stomach, but Emil and the other acolyte are made of sterner stuff, and they don't seem afraid.
Sick. That took an action to do, so I only have my bonus action. I'm pretty sure I don't have much more I can do. Can I try to intimidate during a bonus action?
Sure, speech is fine.
Sick. I'm gonna point to... Which ones aren't afraid already?
Emil and the last acolyte who's attacking Torsten.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the one that's attacking Torskin, and I'm gonna say it very loudly. You've angered a vengeful god.
With advantage, please make that intimidation check.
Okay. Oh, cool! Advantage gave me a nat 20!
Yep. You see him visually begin to shake.
Sick.
The acolytes next to Torsten are next. And both of them decide this isn't worth it, and they're going to attempt to run away. Torsten, would you like to make an attack of opportunity against one of them?
I would.
Sure thing. Who do you want a piece of? The one
The one who hit me, yeah.
the one who
let's
actually
keep
hit
going.
you? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Make a swing.
So I'm just gonna choke slam him into the ground because I don't have my weapon.
Okay, you're gonna grapple him?
Yeah, I'll like grapple and then like bring him down head first into the ground.
Yep. So I need a attack plus your strength mod.
So would I just roll my
A d20 and plus your strength modifier.
Okay, gotcha. Nat 20 plus
Woo!
3.
Ooh.
He puts up a hell of a good fight considering, but you are able to wrap your arms around him, and what would you like to do to him?
If I'm wrapped around him, I want to just like you know that thing in wrestling where you just throw someone back over his
Suplex.
head and
Just
just like
fuck-
I want to suplex him.
You're okay.
I want to suplex him.
An attack. Yep. Just roll me a d20 plus your strength mod.
Sick.
18.
Okay. And chuck me 1d8 for damage plus your plus not proficiency strength mod. There we go. Jesus.
You're doing this to a meal, right?
No, this is done to one of the acolytes.
Oh, okay. Sick.
11.
As you bring him down, you do a back bridge perfectly. It's a feat of absolute athleticism, and you land on the acolyte's neck, and you hear a sharp snap, and he just
Ooh.
stops moving.
I don't think he's alive anymore.
The other acolyte, upon hearing this, runs even faster out of the room back towards the tunnel leading up.
I'm gonna let out a loud cackle.
And don't poke me with a stick next time.
Okay. So that's your turn.
Oh, that was my reaction. Does that still count as my full turn?
Oh, no, pardon me. No. That was the acolytes. You've got your turn now.
I'm going to walk up to Emil and grab my hammer as my one action.
Okay, so you're going to walk over and grab your hammer.
Yes.
Yeah. All the while you're within 5 feet of Emil, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. He just kind of is like looking at you and circling you at the same time.
So I'm going to look at him with it now. It's like, so you see what I just did to him?
Good day, everyone, and thank you for watching episode 2 of The Legends of Loria, aka The Grand Games of Loria. This is your DM Logan speaking from the future. So it turns out that we actually lost the last portion of this episode to the wonderful Annals of Time. But fear not, I will briefly recap you as to what happens. When we cut out, Torsten was just about to cleave Emil's head open, and he does so. Brutally and viciously. He steals a mark, a religious mark, off of Emil's body. Following that, they return to the Thieves Guild, report their success, and then return to the tavern, wherein Torsten consumes an exorbitant amount of food, and thus begins the meme of me doing my utmost to prevent him from eating at all times during this campaign. Once again, I am incredibly sorry about the inconvenience, but I promise that there will be no problems with future episodes. Have a good night.